Thank you for taking me out for the first time on this beautiful boat of yours. It looks amazing. But we're busy fishing here, or like the Americans call it, fishing. Like we're busy.
Call it fishing.
Yeah, no, we're busy throwing some stuff in the water.
No, you're welcome, Keaton.
Yeah.
So yeah, and, well done on your carp. At least you landed yours.
I say always it's like that. I don't know. I don't have to go fishing. I know I'm going to take something out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just inevitable. It's just pure talent. I know. I did practice. I did all that practicing on the wee with the wee fishing.
Yeah, I've got to say you got a bit of a feel for it.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's
I was a bit strong still because I just wanted to reel these youngsters in.
And
I managed to lose 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's natural talent, I think.
You can't do nothing against that.
No,
you can't buy talent.
But now we're losing light quite fast at this point.
Yeah, the sun is down now, and water is actually awesome now. We can pull the skis out.
Yes,
that would have been ideal now for a ski or a tube at the back.
Yes,
but yeah, it's the end of a lovely day again.
Yeah, no, hopefully we still have a little bit of time, so hopefully we can get another one on the line and get some footage of that. I mean, that would be lekker to end off the episode.
I'm hopeful. We've got 4 rods out, so yeah, maybe we still have a last.
No, we just need them to show.
You can see a lot of activity actually at the back of the water. Carp is definitely feeding.
They're busy now.
We need a nice boy. Yeah, you know, nice 6, 7.
So in this dam, for the people that don't know Harties, what do you fish in this dam? Or what is the type of fish that you?
So here our main target fish is carp, but carp, bobble, 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀𝗀 or bream, as a lot of guys know it, and then also bass. So we've got our largemouth bass here. There used to be yellowfish, and quite a few years back. I'm not sure if there's still yellowfish around, but I remember I caught a couple of yellowfish here in my younger days. And but carp, bobble, mainly the target fish.
And what type of carp? Just the normal carp, not red carp or anything?
Yeah, just your normal common carp, your common and your king carp or whatever they call it. So we don't have grass carp and those type of species here. And also big carp. We've had about 3-4 years ago, a lot of fish died just due to lack of oxygen in the water, and obviously all the hyacinths. You wouldn't say that today. We're not barely seeing any hyacinths. I know on the other side of the dam earlier we saw quite a bit, but the hyacinths were problematic at one stage, and we lost a lot of fish. So in that particular season, carp between 18 and 20 kilos started coming out regularly. And then since that happened now, we're back to the 12, 13 kilo carps now. So there's still 17, 18 kilos around, but the 12, 13 kilogram range is now and that's a big population.
That's a big one.
That's still a monster. Yeah. It's still so our neighboring dam here, 𝗥𝗶𝗳𝗹𝗀𝗀𝗹𝗀 is now getting the monsters. They're getting the 20, 22 kilo carps. But Harties was always that step ahead. We always had bigger fish here. They were also always about 2-3 kilograms behind, but it's literally made a swap now, which is a pity. But I mean, it'll get there again.
No,
the carp will pick up again.
It takes time. It's like breeding with certain stuff. You have to take your time. Won't be 2-3 years, 4, 5, 6 years. Then hopefully we'll get some monsters out here again. And I heard we thinking about going jackal hunting tonight. I think
the weather's perfect. So I reckon we need to go and take our chances. It's been a while since we've actually called that piece of land, so I think tonight might be a great night.
And we'll show.
If I can twist all your guys' arms, then I think we should head out
and we'll definitely show some footage of that just to show how it looks and the epic night hunting and stuff like that. So let's hope to see some footage of that and all the thing.
Yeah, let's hope we can call a few of them in.
That's an interesting thing for me. The calling of jackals is always the machine that you have there. It's so loud, but you think the jackals won't like it in the year, but it's still a few kilometers away.
That's the thing. Rule of thumb is a jackal can hear. I don't want to lie now. we can hear them up to about 1.5 kilometers. We can hear them, and they can hear us 2.3 kilometers.
Yes.
So I've had guys said that in camps, certain camps, he knows for a fact that where jackals nest and so forth is, and then he obviously called at his house, and he couldn't hear the jackal, and then called for like 20 minutes or half an hour, and then the jackal would then he knows for a fact he must have called that jackal for 4 kilometers away.
Yes.
Now that's obviously how we used to start jackal hunting. Is we sat in one spot and we just called and called and called and called when we were still, stupid. We're still young in the game. We didn't understand. And these days it's better if you hear activity or you hear jackals rather to pack up and move closer to them. But yeah, so 2.3 kilometers away is. I might have it wrong. Just
we'll double check and we'll just put it on the screen and say Otto was wrong or
yeah.
Just...
I'm not sure whether it's us that can hear them for 2.3 kilometers, which I doubt. I mean, that's a long way away.
Yeah, but if you see 2.3, it doesn't look that far. But with dense bush and everything, it still dampens the sound. And I think it's always interesting how they measure that. They ask the jackal, go stand at 2.3, then cry for me, and then I want to let's see how far we can hear. So it's always interesting, these facts. If you take it on face value, how do they measure that? Is it?
How did they get to that? Or the sight, the eyesight. How did they know?
Yeah, like they asked the one guy that said, "What can I ask for a big eland bull?" And the one guy said, ask him if camera really works. So I mean, it's really like, it's one of those situations where you don't know if
exactly.
You say 2.3, but were you just in that moment, or I don't know, always know how they get to these.
I think it's pretty easy to calculate how far you hear them.
Yes.
Obviously you can pinpoint them these days. So that's what we do, is you've got all those different apps. So if you hear a jackal, I know more or less now between 200 meters and a kilometer how far they're away, and then you just send yourself a pin location, and you rather go closer and move closer. So that's also tricks that you can use and utilize. But I mean, the commercial jackal hunters that does it for a living, I mean, that's what they do.
No, they know.
Rather move closer to the jackal than try and call him closer. For us, that's doing it for a client to shoot a jackal or a species, or we might do a couple control hunts where we basically, in my case, it's just to help out. We providing a lending hand to a farmer that I know, come and control the jackal and so forth. So I've got a few pieces of land where we're doing that, but it's not we're not doing it for the money or
for the sport of it. We're
doing it for the fun of it, and obviously to help out.
But you have to control the population. I mean, if you have even like cattle and stuff, they are a big problem. I mean, with the calves and stuff, the jackals are a big problem. And they can get quite easily overpopulated, and if you don't control the numbers, they can take over.
That's exactly right. So in the Northern Cape, for instance, a jackal's area will be much bigger. You can have a pair of jackal on 10 hectares, for instance. And when you come to the bushveld, the areas can become much smaller. You'll have a lot more smaller groups of jackal, especially if the food is in abundance. So that we've also found it's not a cast in stone thing. And if there's a lot of jackal, they can organize themselves on a small piece of land and have a small hunting area, and then obviously hunt from there.
And the main point is that jackal don't have really main predators that hunt them in a controlled fight.
Not from us, no.
Except from us. So we have to control the population and stuff, because they don't have predators or that like a natural enemy that hunts them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like let's take the Kruger and stuff, the population sorts itself out, because then you have bigger animals that can hunt the jackal and stuff. So that's why they don't run wild. So anyone that says no, but they need to live their life. If you have a top predator that doesn't have anything above it, it takes over.
Yes.
And that's the main reason, just for the people out there that think we unethical hunting jackal. It's you have to. There is a hierarchy thing, and if you have the top of the range animal and there's no predators hunting them, they take over. I mean, look at the elephants in the Kruger. They don't have we're not allowed to control the numbers anymore, and now they're taking over.
They're just taking, it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
The jackal, especially now, they had youngsters now, so they basically in their breeding phase. Well, they're not breeding. They're gonna obviously the little ones coming. So also different areas. I heard that they've already had their litter, their young,
the offspring, or what?
Yeah, the offspring already came, and then some areas like in Zeerust by us, we definitely the couple of females we shot lately. There's no milk even or anything. Also wasn't pregnant, which was very weird. But they also skip years. I mean, they obviously have to skip a season or two.
And do you feel, sorry, just to ask you that question, do you feel like hunting season has moved on a little bit later? Because usually we started April or May, but I feel like hunting season has started a bit earlier and is going on later because of the animals' breeding habits and stuff just going around and not doing as what they usually did a few years ago.
Yeah, it's that. And then also a big thing is the sport's growing, dramatically. So you get all these overseas clients come in, and they normally from end of Jan, beginning of February, they start coming in. I mean, and then also, we like to be in the bush.
Yeah.
So after the hunting season, you put your guns away and you go into your summer month, go on holiday, and then January, beginning of the new year, you're already talking about your hunts again. Yeah. So I think also as hunters, because a lot of farms have got exemption, we tend to now try and see if we can get a booking sooner and earlier, because obviously farms are getting booked.
Yeah.
The sport's growing, so a lot more guys is now into it and talking about it. And then 15, 20 years ago, when you just hunted in your 4 months, and you hunted for your bit of meat, and it's such a commercial sport now that I think you actually pushing the boundaries now. We are pushing the boundaries to try and get to the bush sooner.
But
we know it's hot and the meat might be a risk, but we just want to go on.
But it's a good thing. It's a good thing because then you grow people's businesses like farmers. They can have the hunting season starting earlier, so they can produce more money earlier. So for them, so they don't have to have a big waiting period, and they can space out some hunts and stuff and control it better. I think that's a good point to make. Is like they can control their season better, not cram everyone in that 4 months. In that 4 months
time span. That's exactly it. They obviously have got a business to run, and so if they can have 10 months out of the 12 months with bookings and clients, and not necessarily just hunters. I mean, there's a lot of bird watchers that want to go to the farm and game viewings and do these different lodges. Us as hunters, it just happens that we want to get in the bush sooner.
Yeah.
So from February, March, April is late. Then I wanted to be in the bush already. And also late now. I mean, I'm still doing a couple of hunts now. Next weekend, we've got hunters on the farm, and the weekend after, the following weekend. So we're in mid-October? September, we're going into October now.
And it's already hot. I mean, it's already boiling.
Yeah, so the meat's already now at risk. You need to get the animal in the butchery as quick as possible. And then also you can't travel as far with the meat because it's really hot.
Yeah, it's a lot better. It's a lot of things to think about now compared to when you're in mid of the winter.
Correct. And the reason we don't really hunt is because all the females are pregnant, and the offspring is going to start. They're going to start offloading in November, December is normally when the offsprings come, and then obviously that's when the jackal is really problematic.
Yes.
So it'll be a good night tonight to try and see if we can just get some of the numbers off, and put a bit of pressure on the jackal, and then when those youngsters come, we might save a few impala and a few blesbuck.
And I'm hoping, I'm looking at these rods, I'm hearing the fish turn here somewhere, so I'm really hoping for one more just fish on, so we can just show to everyone like we're gonna get them.
Because it is the nicest sound in the world.
Yeah, just while we're sitting here, just woo.
Well, they say there's only one nicer sound than a reel going. That's my reel.
That's exactly.
My reel goes.
Yeah. So we'll keep everyone updated. We'll go see if the hunt works tonight. We'll see a couple of jackal, and
let's go do it.
And it will share some footage if we catch something now. And I mean, that's our.
that's
it
ours
for-
for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe in the link below.